David's implication is I was long-winded in the first instance, but my question had been addressed to John Olsen, who is a dual American and Australian citizen, and he was referring to the specific merits of a constitutional democracy compared to a republic. And I added or suggested an additional advantage of a constitutional monarchy, in that whereas, taking the American president for example, half the country loves him, but the other half of the country loathes him, but everyone is stuck with him as head of state. Whereas in, for example, the United Kingdom, whether you're Labour or Tory, everybody reveres the Queen and has no problem pledging their allegiance to the Queen. And in this country, you have no problem pledging your allegiance to Sir Peter Cosgrove as the Governor-General or to the governors. And our vice-regal personnel, be they governors or governors-general, almost none of them would ever have run as politicians for that office. They're above politics, and that creates a much greater sense of inclusiveness within a constitutional monarchy. And that was my point, really asked.
I think that was longer than the first time.
Well, perhaps would it be fair to ask John to come over and answer that, if you wish, or would the panel prefer to do that? Leave it to the panel then. Okay? Anybody on the panel want to answer that? Sophie?
Oh, it's a very good point that you make, Philip, and I agree with you. It's important to have that role apolitical, I think. I mean, we've just seen so much upheaval and mayhem swapping out of prime ministers and so forth. And I think that the constitutional monarchy offers great stability, and you don't have the rivalry between the president and the prime minister and so on.
John Stone?
Just a very brief comment to say we have actually had a few Governors-General who were previously politicians, most recently having been Bill Hayden, of course. I think it's true to say that, fair to say that all of them, in fact, going back to Bill McKell, in fact, in the 1940s, that all of them behaved very well once having taken on the role. And no complaint can be made about their behaviour during their terms of office. However, I still agree that your basic point, it's a bad idea to have, because who knows whether that record will obtain if, for example, Julia Bishop were to become Governor-General. I'll leave you that thought.
Any other members of the panel wish to comment? If not, we'll go...
Just one comment that Quentin Rice actually, one of the speeches, promoted a republic.
Yes, you do.